At the beginning of the movie, we see a news report about two powerful families that have been feuding for a long time in a place called Verona Beach. The Capulets and the Montecs own two large and competing businesses. Because of their feud, the whole town is engulfed in mayhem, and many incidents occur, which are covered in the newspapers. We meet the heads of these families, Ted and Caroline Montecchi, Fulgenzio and Gloria Capuletti. The boys of the House of Montecca ride through the sweltering streets, shouting insults at their enemies. As they pull up to a gas station, they banter with the young girls, and then spot the boys of the House of Capuletti, who look more businesslike and reserved. The Montags reach for their guns, as do their adversaries. At the last moment, the boys stop, but taunt the departing Capuletis. This provokes a violent quarrel. Benvolio, Romeo Montecchi's cousin, intervenes in the situation. His adversary is Tybalt, Juliet Capuletti's cousin. Benvolio tries to soften the situation and proposes a truce, but his adversary only mocks the proposal. Tybalt resists the peace and starts a battle, during which he immediately wounds Benvolio, as well as the other Montecca boys. Because of what is happening, a fire starts at the gas station and the special services rush there. There is utter chaos in the streets, full of loud noises and shouting. Ted himself decides to get out of the car and participate in what is happening, but his spouse asks him to leave it to the young. Benvolio and Tybalt trap each other and prepare for destruction. However, a special services helicopter appears above them and demands them to lower their weapons. The police chief, Captain Prince, invites the Montecchi and Capuletti to join him, and is angry that their feud has made the streets of the city very turbulent. The man warns that if any more such incidents occur, the perpetrators will answer for it with their lives. On the way home, Caroline asks Benvolio about Romeo, and learns that the guy again decided to seclude himself. The woman worries that the hero is far from society, often shut up in his chambers. Sitting in the ruins at sunset, Romeo is writing a poem when he notices his parents' cars. The boy leaves, and at Ted's request, Benvolio follows him. The boy seeks to find out from Romeo what is the cause of his longing. The hero avoids the subject and scolds Benvolio for another clash with the Capuletis, having seen it on the news. Meanwhile, Fulgenzio Capuletti is socializing with the town's most enviable groom, Count Paris, and is excited that he will be having a large-scale party in the evening, where both family and friends will gather. In billiards, Benvolio tries to find out with whom Romeo is in love. The hero tells that he has given his heart to Rosalind. Benvolio does not approve of this choice, believing that this girl is too chaste and it will not be easy to win her. However, Romeo argues, because so the victory will only be sweeter. By chance, the hero learns that his beloved will be present at the party at Capuletti's. With Benvolio's initiative, Romeo decides to go there. In the Capuletti house before the party, a commotion begins. Gloria finds her daughter and, in the presence of the maid, tells her that Paris has asked for her hand in marriage. Juliet promises to be gentle with him, but only because her mother has asked her to be. Gloria is not satisfied with this answer, but is quickly distracted by the preparations for the banquet. As evening falls, Juliet watches the fireworks from the balcony. The whole mansion is lit up, and it looks very rich. At another party at the Montecchi boys' house, Mercutio arrives dressed as a woman. He reports that he has found 5 tickets to the Capuletti party. Romeo doesn't really want to go because of his dream. This infuriates Mercutio, and he begins a monologue about the uselessness of dreams. The hero agrees to take a pill from his friend, but still talks about the premonition that at this ball will begin an event that will greatly shorten his life. At the Capuletti party, something extraordinary is going on, but it quickly satiates Romeo. The hero goes to the toilet and washes his face. Romeo watches the fish and sees a beautiful girl through the aquarium. Juliet looks at him with a smile, but she is taken away by her nanny. Gloria makes the girl dance with Paris, and Tybalt notices Romeo. However, Fulgenzio asks the lad to stay out of it and cool down. Later, Romeo manages to stealthily take Juliet and then merge with her in a kiss. The girl hides from Gloria and Paris, trying to stay longer with the hero. The nanny takes Juliet away, and Romeo learns that she is a Capuletti. The girl also hears the hero's last name. Juliet watches from the balcony as Romeo drives away. Tybalt swears revenge on the hero for his visit. Romeo jumps out of the car and decides to sneak to the Capulettis to see again the girl who charmed him so much. The girl gets out of the elevator and dreams aloud of Romeo. The hero hears this, remaining unnoticed for some time. Juliet reasons that Romeo's last name means nothing, since she is in love with him herself. The hero calls out to the girl, and together they fall into the pool. Romeo swears that he has traveled to the girl on the wings of love and is not afraid of anything. Juliet also confesses her love to the hero and hides him from the guards and the nanny. Despite initial doubts, the girl agrees to be with her favorite guy and asks tomorrow to inform her where and when they can get married. Juliet promises to send her man to the hero at 9 a.m. The lovers say goodbye, and Romeo receives her chain as a gift from the girl. Father Lawrence studies plants and argues that good and evil are intertwined in them, for the flowers may be medicinal, but the roots are poisonous. Romeo comes to him and tells him about his new beloved lady. The hero asks Father Lawrence to marry them as soon as possible. The man does not like such haste Romeo, as well as the fact that he forgot about Rosalind. Lawrence nevertheless agrees to help, hoping that with this marriage it will be possible to achieve peace between the Montecchi and Capuletti. Romeo arrives at the beach and is having fun with his friends. Suddenly, he is called aside by Juliet's nanny. The woman hopes that Romeo has good intentions and asks not to hurt her pupil. The hero asks her to tell the girl that in the evening she must go to confession, after which Father Lorenzo will marry them. Returning home, the nanny makes the girl nervous for a while, but then gives her Romeo's message. Lorenzo's father, as agreed, crowns the lovers, and they finally truly find each other. The next day, Tybalt and his company appear on the beach where the Montecchi boys are vacationing. Romeo stops Mercutio and tries to make peace with the Capulettis, saying that he has a good reason. However, Tybalt does not listen to the hero and forces him to fight. Mercutio stands up for his friend. Romeo tries to stop him and stop the fight. However, it is at this very moment that Tybalt wounds his opponent. Mercutio assures everyone that it is only a scratch, but in fact lies. The boy curses both houses of Montecchi and Capuletti, after which he says goodbye to his life. A storm comes unexpectedly from the sea. Tybalt stands doomed beside his enemies, realizing what he has done. Romeo weeps and embraces Mercutio. The unaware Juliet dreams before going to bed of living with the hero and ending the feuding families. At the same time, Romeo, blinded by a thirst for revenge, rams Tybalt's car, wanting to send him to another world, as he did to Mercutio. The hero manages to take away the weapon from the enemy, and in front of people he destroys him. Romeo comes to his senses and cries, realizing his deed. His friends ask him not to stand in a prominent place and rather run away, as the police will soon arrive. Gloria cries while hugging Tybalt. Captain Prince examines the scene. Benvolio explains that Romeo was initially against the fight and offered to reconcile, but Tybalt attacked him and then accidentally took Mercutio's life, for which the hero avenged him. Captain Prince does not yield to the entreaties of Montecchi and the Capuletti and sentences Romeo to banishment. Lorenzo advises the hero to accept this decision and not to jeopardize his life. Romeo, however, believes that banishment from the city where his beloved lives is much worse than death. Lorenzo allows the hero to sneak into Juliet's room and comfort her. The man promises that while Romeo is in exile, he will find a way to report their marriage, reconcile the families, and bring him back. While the hero communicates with Juliet and comforts her, Fulgencio makes arrangements with Paris for the upcoming wedding and asks Gloria to notify her daughter of the marriage before going to bed. In the morning, the lovers say goodbye, but are interrupted by the nanny asking them to hurry. After Romeo leaves, the girl realizes that she has a very bad feeling. Gloria informs her daughter about the forthcoming marriage, and she begins to cry. Juliet's room is entered by her father. Upon hearing of the refusal, Fulgencio becomes furious, pushes his daughter, and tells her that she must not cross him. If Juliet refuses to marry Paris, she is no longer his daughter. Gloria also disowns the girl, and Nanny advises her to forget about Romeo. Juliet is about to go to Lorenzo's father. The girl threatens to take her own life if the man doesn't help her. Lorenzo's father says there is a faint ray of hope. The man offers to give Juliet a potion that will make her fall into such a deep sleep that no one will even realize she is alive. And after that, Lorenzo will tell Romeo about it, so that he takes the girl out of the crypt and takes her away with him. Before going to bed, the girl drinks a potion and everything goes according to plan. However, during the funeral, Romeo's friend appears in the hall and promptly runs away. The hero hurries to meet him, not noticing the letter from Lorenzo. When Romeo learns of Juliet's funeral, he weeps, takes his weapon, and goes to her with the intention of saying goodbye and taking his own life. Lorenzo has a premonition of terrible misfortune. The prince learns of Romeo's return and seeks him out. The hero buys a terrible potion for himself. Romeo escapes from the police and enters the crypt to his beloved. Seeing Juliet, the hero weeps, says farewell to her, and drinks his potion. However, at that moment, the girl wakes up and sees Romeo's final agony. Weeping Juliet takes a weapon and takes her own life. Montici and Capuletti arrive at the crypt. Captain Prince says that all have gotten what they deserve for their senseless feud. There is no sadder tale in the world than that of Romeo and Juliet. This is the end of the movie. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this movie, and see you in new videos.